Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, so it is time for my weekly weigh-in and the WW weekly meeting topic. I get asked quite often now because they move things around on the app about where to find the weekly topic. Supposedly they put it back on the homepage. I've updated my app 10 times, still not on my homepage. And I don't do Connect at all, so I don't go to find it on Connect where you can. So what I do is I go right to the website, WeightWatchers.com. I log in, and then I click on the three little lines, and it says Living WW. I click on that and scroll down a bit, and there is the weekly topic. So that is how I find it. My tea. Just need a little sip to get me going, and let's chat. So last week, I had that massive 3.2 loss. This week, I had a 0.2 gain. I was a little surprised. I thought I had a really good week, but I could have had a really good week and still had a 0.2 gain because there's a lot of reasons. Could be stress, could be I didn't have a great a week as I thought, although looking back, I did. It could be needing to use the bathroom. It could be hormonal. It could be a whole lot of things. So to me, it's pretty much a maintain. So that's okay after a big loss last week. You just keep on moving. You just keep on moving ahead. And that's what I plan to do. So I'm happy with that. Moving along. So there we go. I'll probably go next week or the week after and do my official weigh-in to get my voucher. I'm not sure yet. It just depends on when I have the time. So anyway, there you go. Up 0.2. So a maintain for me this week, which all good. The weekly meeting topic is probably not one I'm going to be good at talking about. So yeah, how to snack your way to weight loss success. I haven't looked at it yet, haven't read it yet, but I'm not a snacker. I do not snack. For several reasons. Number one, I don't get hungry because I eat such good, nutrient-dense foods. I find that snacking also spikes my blood sugar. That constant flow of food into my body doesn't let my blood sugar level out. It just constantly spikes it, and not good. So for me, you have to do what's right for you. You have to, do what your nutritionist says. If you are not seeing a nutritionist, I highly recommend having a visit or two with a nutritionist, especially if you are on a weight loss journey, and find a nutritionist who has the same feelings and beliefs as you. The first one I saw, was not into like a lot of whole foods, did a lot of like the bars and the shakes and things like that. And, I kind of questioned her and I said, well, we really don't eat this, this, and this. And she's like, well, I'm not asking you to. I'm like, yeah, you are. Look at the ingredients in this. And she's like, well, yeah, but it's part of that. It's not like you're drinking a whole cup of canola oil. I get that, but it's still in there. So we just didn't vibe. Our feelings were very different. Whereas I would rather get a lot of my as many nutrients as I can from my food, she was more about supplements and adding this and adding that. And that's just not me. And that's fine. I'm sure there are people who absolutely eat that way and love that. It just wasn't for me. And that's why there's chocolate and vanilla, because not everybody's going to vibe with somebody. But then I did find somebody who was very into whole foods and organic and making the right decisions for us. So I highly recommend, if you haven't seen a nutritionist, to see one and find one that's right for you. That's all I have to say about that. But anyway, so, I find that when I eat good nutrient-dense meals, I don't need to snack. And if I was a snacker, honestly, I would probably lean towards the calorie deficient snacks or the nutrient deficient snacks. Like, I'd want to make all the muffins. And I'm not saying I don't make muffins, because I do, and I enjoy a muffin, just not every day. I'd be making all the WW dessert hacks and things like that. And I feel you just don't need that every day. You don't need dessert or a snack or a treat every single day. At least I don't. Because what happens is, if I do that, let's say, I love my little 2-point single serve chocolate cake. I love that. It is delicious. It is great when you need or want a dessert, and it's fabulous. If I were to eat that every single day, or if I were to, make some low point cookies or whatever and have that every single day, it wouldn't be special to me anymore. It would be common. And I would feel like I needed that every day. So then when I did have a dessert, I would be looking for more. That would become common. So I need something to treat myself or celebrate, and I'm looking for more. And then I'm eating more crap. Does this mean, I don't know if I'm making any sense here. I know what I want to say. I just don't know if it's coming out right. Just limit yourself. Make your treats and your desserts special. You don't need them every day. We don't need them every day. Whether it's real sugar or monk fruit or whatever, you don't need it every day. So just really be conscious about that. And I am totally off topic already, because it's what was on my heart and it was what was on my mind today. So we're gonna just circle back around. So anyway, see a nutritionist, one or two visits. You never know what they're gonna tell you. I learned a lot once I started going to one who had my feelings. I learned a lot about what to do and what not to do. And I was a little surprised at some of it, but anyway. Okay, how to snack your way to weight loss success. Picture this. It's 3 p.m. tomorrow and your stomach's grumbling. Dinner's not for a while and you're low on points. Do you reach for whatever? Nope, because you followed this 3-step snack guide. Consider it a gift to future you. Try this. Make these 3 decisions ahead of time. When you'll snack. Aim to eat every 3 to 4 hours. No, don't agree. Eat when you're hungry. If I ate every 3 to 4 hours, oh my gosh. No, eat when you're hungry. I feel like they're giving you permission to just eat, even if you are not hungry. Some people feel like, well, if I don't eat, I'm going to get hungry. You know what? It's okay. You can get hungry. Because I think so many of us, so many times, think we are hungry. And we think we are hungry just because we have one little grumble in our stomach. Could be gas, my friends. It doesn't necessarily mean it's hunger. Let your body feel hunger. Know what true hunger feels like. Sometimes we look at the clock and go, oh my gosh, it's 1 o'clock, it's lunchtime, I'm hungry. Are you really? Or are you hungry because you looked at the clock? Hunger is not an emergency. It's okay to get a little hungry. And I know you're gonna say, well, if I get too hungry, I'm gonna overeat. Why? Because you're giving yourself permission to. If you get overly hungry, okay, you didn't have anything and it's dinner time and oh my God, I'm so hungry, I'm gonna just overeat. You're not if you eat correctly, if you eat slowly and chew your food and put on your plate what you're going to eat, put your serving size on, you're not gonna overeat. You're only gonna overeat if you allow yourself to overeat, if you allow yourself to go back for a second serving, if you shovel your food in so fast you're not tasting it, if you don't chew your food, if you don't experience your food, then you're going to overeat. You're not going to overeat because you're overly hungry. These are mind games, my friends. These are mind games. And these are things we tell ourselves to justify what we are doing. And how do I know this? Been there, done that. So you eat when you're hungry. Okay, like my typical day, I get up at 5 o'clock. We generally start working out by 5:20. During our workout, I have water or electrolyte water or whatever. And then after my workout, I pack breakfast and lunch for Doug, start coffee, start tea. This takes me to about 6:30 when all that's done. Then I jump in the shower. I take a cup of tea upstairs with me. I do. And I sip on that while I am getting ready, while I'm doing my hair, my makeup, getting dressed, doing all my morning routine. I sip on my tea. My work day generally starts anywhere between 7 and 8. It just depends on the day. And I generally eat breakfast at 9:30. People say, how are you up for 5.5 hours without eating? It's what my body's used to. Do I get hungry by 9 o'clock? Yeah. When I start getting hungry, I start making my breakfast. Sometimes I don't get hungry and I don't have breakfast until 11 o'clock because I'm so busy. And that's okay. Eat when you're hungry. When you are truly hungry. Not when you think you should be hungry. Not when you just want to put food in your mouth. Is there times when we just want to put food in our mouth? Absolutely. I stand at that counter and I make breakfast and lunch every single morning for Doug. Do I want to pop a grape or two in my mouth? I do. Do I sometimes? I do, not thinking. If I stopped and thought about it, I probably wouldn't do it because I don't need it. Eat when you're hungry. There doesn't have to be a schedule. If this country would just eat when they're hungry and stop when they're satisfied, we probably would not have such an obesity problem. If we went back to eating the way our ancestors ate, when we didn't have all the processed foods and all the sugary foods and all this stuff available 24/7 in our face, we probably wouldn't have an obesity problem. But we do. We need to fight that. So that was the first thing that, okay, no, sorry, don't agree. And if you agree, that's fine, my friends, because you know what? It's what makes the world go around. Everybody can do things differently. And you have to do what works for you. And I know that some people have medical problems and need to eat. And that's understandable. And that's a whole different scenario. But you also have people who just want to eat for the sake of eating or because the clock tells them to. And that's when you need to figure out what type of person you are. Then it says what you'll eat. Pair a high protein, low points food with produce. Okay, yeah. Grab a hard-boiled egg and a piece of fruit, or grab a veggie tray or something like that. I mean, that's, or grab a couple of slices of chicken or turkey or whatever it is. Just make sure it's something good, not fluff. Make sure it's not just devoid of all nutrients or calories or whatever. And cheese is one of my big go-tos for that. And number 3, how you'll make it happen. Write a grocery list, then plan to shop and prep your snack stash. Yeah. You know what? When you bring those fruits and veggies in the house, wash them. Have them ready to go. Like I know, grapes are a huge love of mine. Huge. I'm looking at you, Kim Bedgood. Kim Bedgood and I go back on the grapes all the time, back and forth on the grapes. But when I bring my grapes home, I wash them, and then I do one of two things. I either take every single one off the stem and put them in a bowl and put them in the fridge, or I cut them into little clusters and put them in a bowl in the fridge. Easy to grab. You know what? It's just as easy to grab those grapes as it is a handful of pretzels or crackers or something like that. Now, same with, celery or carrot sticks or cucumbers. have them ready. If you do not like prepping them, like I like carrots, regular old standard carrots. I like to peel them and I like to, cut them into sticks. Is it time consuming and a pain? Yeah, sometimes it is. If you're not going to do that, then buy the baby carrots or buy the carrot chips or whatever. I personally don't like either one of those, just for a couple reasons I'm not getting into. I just don't like the taste of them either. Like real carrots, like a whole carrot, are just so sweet. And believe it or not, they calm the sweet tooth because they are so sweet. But just, take a few minutes and get those snacks ready. Now, I know a lot of you like the crunchy, like the pretzels and the stuff like that. That's fine. I personally try not to eat that because no nutrition, empty calories. And I find that, if I eat that little 1-point bag of pretzels, or number one, it's hard for me to find pretzels that have ingredients I like in them. But Doug's a big pretzel lover, so that is one thing that we kind of acquiesce on, and I just find the best ones I can. I don't know where I was going with this, but I know, so I really don't eat pretzels, but if I was hungry and grabbed a little bag of pretzels, that is not going to satisfy me. There's zero nutrition in them. They're not going to fill you. They might temporarily, but they're not going to, they might satisfy that crunch or whatever, but if you're truly hungry, they're not going to satisfy you. If you just want to eat for the sake of eating, then they might satisfy you. So that is where you have to determine what kind of snacker you are. Do you just want to eat, or are you truly hungry? If you are truly hungry, you'll eat anything. You'll eat that broccoli. You'll eat those cucumbers. If you just want to eat, you're looking for something good. Just kind of remember that. So I knew this was going to be a tough one for me, friends. I did. I knew it. Some snack inspo. Plain non-fat Greek yogurt plus fresh or frozen fruit. I don't do non-fat yogurt. I do reduced fat or full fat yogurt because the benefits of the fat, it keeps you fuller longer. We all need that fat in our bodies. And I make my own yogurt, and I do like that, and I put a couple tablespoons of granola on it, so it is delicious. A hard-boiled egg, absolutely. Eggs are a superfood. And it says, and sliced bell peppers, hummus, and fresh veggie chips. So, all good options if you are truly. Let's dive a little deeper. Choosing nutritious meals, sticking to right-for-you portions, and resisting external cues to eat, we see you food TikToks, can feel extra difficult when you're already hungry. That's why we're always team snacks. The problem, we can fall into the same traps when it comes to snacking itself. Not so much if you plan, however. By simply knowing exactly when and what you'll eat to stay full, you won't have to make those tough in-the-moment decisions. Instead, you'll just fast forward to the good part, the snacks. This is killing me. We know this approach works. More than 91% of WW Success Registry members, which I am a Success Registry member, keep low points foods available for snacks most of the time or always. But it shouldn't feel like another to-do on your list. Find a few satisfying combos that you enjoy and stick with them. Simplify your day in this way, and your entire journey may start to feel a little easier. I kind of disagree with finding something and sticking with it because you're going to get bored of it. And then you're going to go searching, just like I talked about in the beginning. If you have a dessert or a treat every single day, you're going to get bored with it and you're going to go searching. You need to change things up. Have hummus one week, have something else another week, have something else another week. And I really, truly think if you really balance out your meals, I know we all want to stay, especially when you're new to this journey, because I did it. I was looking for a low point. I was looking for fat-free and sugar-free and this and that. And, when I started introducing the whole foods in, the fat and the calories and the good fats and the good carbs, that's when I started not snacking. That's when I started feeling full and satiated, and honestly, started feeling better physically. Was it the weight loss that was helping me feel better physically? Absolutely. But it was also nourishing my body. Looking at the foods I was eating and nourishing my body. Now, this is not to say, my friends, I'm not going to have a bowl of ice cream or a piece of cake or a cookie. Heck, Sunday, I had a little bit too much Rice Krispie treats because I could live on Rice Krispie treats. That's why I don't make them and have them in the house, because can't do it. So I probably had one Rice Krispie treat. I just kept taking little pieces of it. Rice Krispie treats have zero nutrition. Zero. But guess what? They're good, and I ate it. And that's okay. Once in a while. But you have to remember, you just can't do it every day. Like I said, I'm going to have a bowl of ice cream because I love ice cream. Just not going to do it every day. Not even probably going to do it every week. We probably go for ice cream about once a month. And oh my gosh, when we do, it is so special and it is so delicious, and I enjoy every bite of it because I'm not eating it all the time. My little chocolate mug cake, my 2-point cake, I have it not even once a month, but man, when I have it, I'm living high on the hog because it's so special. So just try to remember these things. I mean, if you are truly hungry and you're going to pass out, eat. Don't not eat. But when it comes to snacking, seriously think about it. Are you hungry? Or is A, the clock telling you to eat? B, is TikTok or YouTube or Facebook telling you to eat? And I forget what C was. Oh, are you just eating because, like you had a little grumble in your tummy? Let yourself feel a little bit of hunger. Know what real hunger feels like. Then satisfy that. But like I said, if you're truly hungry, you will eat the broccoli or the carrots or the grapes. If you're reaching for the chips and the pretzels and the tasty cakes and the Little Debbies, you're not truly hungry. You just want to eat. So think about that. I know this was all over the place, and I know that I went against everything they just said. Fast facts. Having snacks between meals can help us stay satisfied. This is especially true when they're full of protein and produce. Okay, I will give you that one. If you're going to snack, that's what you snack on. Not the pretzels, not the chips, not, I don't know. Not the pretzels, not the chips, not the Weight Watchers, not the bars, not the, none of that. Planning snacks ahead of time helps prevent in-the-moment decisions when hunger strikes. If you have those snacks ready to go and you feel the need to eat, then yeah. You have them ready and you do it. So that is it. That is week 3 of Keep It Simple. I know that 90% are probably not going to agree with me on this, and that's okay. You have to do what works for you. And here's my final thought on that. Is it working for you? Are the snacks you are eating working for your weight loss? If they are, fantastic for you. If you are eating snacks and you're stalled and you're gaining, maybe it's time to look at what we're eating. Maybe it's time, because even when you're staying within your points or your calories, not all points and calories, my friends, are created equal. You can go out and eat 23 points worth of crap every day. You're not going to lose weight because it's not what your body needs. And you're not going to get healthy. That's number 1, is getting the healthy part in there. So really, truly look. Take a good look. Take an honest look. Are you gaining? Are you staying the same? Are you floundering? Look at what you're eating. Just because you're within your points and just because, it may not be working for you. It may be the types of food you're eating. It may be the amount. We don't know. But sometimes it's worth a good, hard look. You know I love you all. You know I love you if you eat pretzels all day or cake all day, and you know I love you if you eat broccoli all day. Because you know what? We all have to do what's right for us. It's my channel, so I tell you what's right for me because that's what I need to do. But in the end, we're all adults and we make our own decisions, and you do what's right for you. And if it's working, I am beyond happy for you because that's all I want. I just want to see us all succeed. I want to see us all live our best life. I want to see us all be healthy. I love you, my friends. Sorry for all the tough love. Sorry for probably saying things you didn't want to hear. But I do love you. I will see you all in my next video.